losing. I do this shit for myself, I'm destined, now I'm believing. I'm headed to the top, achieving, this is my off season. When things get thrown in my way, I be ducking, dodging, weaving. I see my haters, I be reading, watching as they leaving. Now all my people adding up, you can call it even. Hey, now we got a song. Tell them that we ballin', you can tell them what I want. Like, yeah. And now we got a song.
What you gonna do about it, young Wydoe?
Wydoe, man, we all like, yeah.
All the way in the fucking nasty ass water. Welcome back to the official Wattle Podcast, episode 11. It is your boy Wydoe. And that was no video. Me and my dog Chance, shout out Chance the shooter. And for some reason, we're all right on the water. Had a great scene next to the water. Why the fuck not jump in the nasty ass, unsee-throughable, murky ass fucking river water? But we did it. And if you noticed, Gucci shades were on, didn't lose them. Blunt in the mouth, lost it. Who cares though? It's worth the shot. I appreciate anybody that's going to tune in today. It's going to be a quick show. I just had to come back on, man. Get this thing rolling. I'm still figuring out all these twerks and tricks to the fucking trade. But I'm getting better. We got a big game tonight. Big championship shit. Championship season. Man, my S's are tough. Let me just break that down. So when I was a young boy, a young lad, okay? First and foremost, failed kindergarten, my sorry ass. Passed, did all the right things. I just played around too much. Did it again. When I was in like first, second, third grade, I remember I went into speech class because I couldn't say my fucking S's. I couldn't say S and SH, and I still can't. I notice it myself. I used to say like yesh. So if you hear me saying championship seasons, a bunch of S's and SH's, I apologize. I'm trying. But we're getting better. We're getting through it. Big game one tonight. Okay. I'm hoping my dog Flea pulls up on the show because he has some explaining to do. Okay. We got big Boston shit coming through tonight. And Dub Nation, the Warriors. They got right now ESPN Golden State -3.5 favorites. Man. Not a super surprise in my opinion. You guys know I'm not going to go too crazy on the fucking sport predictions. But in my opinion, man, that Heat Celtics series was big time. And I'm not too mad at Jimmy Butler for taking that three. I would have too. Shout out to you for taking it, you dog. Just happened you missed it. But if he hits it, he's a hero. In my full opinion, no, I'm a Heat guy, but I do not think the Heat, as they are now, unhealthy, had a chance against the Warriors like the Boston Celtics do. So I think the better team won. I'm excited for it. And a person on the Celtics that is not getting enough recognition that I feel like is the difference maker, especially of that Miami series, is Al Horford. I think Al Horford is going to be a huge playmaker, a huge factor in this series, the finals. Watch out for that guy. It's his first time getting all the way here. Hey, that's a real vet, a real big dominant force inside. People wonder why Miami are shooting a lot of threes. Somebody was in that fucking paint named Al Horford. Game changer. So it's a big game tonight. I'm going to go with the Celtics for the series. Who knows what happens game one, but I just feel like Tatum, Brown, Horford, Smart, and that year one coach, man, I think they got a lot of shit going for them that I don't know if the Warriors got it. I feel like Clay's not all the way back. It's going to be a lot on Steph, a lot on Draymond to kind of pull them through it. So I'm going Celtics. Fuck it. Fuck it. Old school. You beat us. I'm riding with y'all. That's how it goes. We're going to ride with them. My boy Devo in the chat. What's going on, big dog? I hope all is well on your side, man. I got some pretty cool news I'm going to share on today's show. But first, man, I'm going to go all over the place because I didn't have time to fucking get organized. Who knows, man? We're making it happen. But just this right here I'm about to show is my home screen, my lock screen on my phone. One of my favorite photos I've ever seen. And it's just a great photo, in my opinion, that puts things into perspective. If I am worked up about myself, if I am worked up about my situation, if I feel I'm not where I should be, if I feel I'm behind, whatever. This photo right here puts everything into perspective for me. And it kind of humbles everything, and I don't care as much. So this photo right here is actually from Cassini, which was a Voyager mission that got sent out into space, okay? Far, far away. And it has a mechanism where it can press a button and turn around and take a selfie. Now, this is a selfie from Saturn through Saturn's rings. That's Saturn on the dark side, so you can't see it because the sun's behind us. Saturn's rings here, space, and this right here is everything we've ever known. Everything you've ever seen, everything you've ever heard of is on this planet right here called Earth. Now, some people might just look at that and be like, oh, whatever, what's going on? But to me, that image right there humbles me, makes me realize all the problems, all the people, anything I've ever known is on this little ass fucking dot. So is it that serious? Is it that bad? No, because I'm only worried about my situation. Someone's got it worse, someone's got it better, and someone's on an even playing field. So that's just how I look at things. I might have bad Wi-Fi right now. Who knows? I really wish I could have had Flea in here to kind of keep the show afloat if shit were to go south. But at this point, we're just rolling with it. Another little something to show while I got the damn screensaver up. So, as many know, I am Wydoe. Wydoe is my rap name. It's my creative name. I guess you can go with it now that we're on the podcast. But I go back and forth on my own music, if I like it, if I don't, if it's worth it, if it's not. And a big thing that I had to just kind of get over is that, like a lot of things in this life, music, art, podcasting, whatever you're doing, it's not really about what you think, especially if it's made to be brought in by somebody else. We're the creators, we're not the consumer at this time. So I had to kind of get that out of my head, put the shit out, let the people hear it, let the people see it, let them decide if it's good or not. So I went ahead and fucking dropped the Wattle Collection Volume 1, 27 tracks on a fucking mixtape on SoundCloud. Got a little bit of everything on there. Look, Lovers and Friend Freestyle, Made Me. Shit from, I didn't mean to play it. Shit from a long time ago. I started making music in 2015. So this collection is things all in between from 2015 to 2019, 2021. I didn't kind of put years on it just because I felt like it'd be cool so people can kind of hear and see if they can figure out what year is what.
Bitch by the pool. Kenny's on, that's cool.
God
with me.
Damn.
Yeah. It's wavy, baby. Splash.
I got a bunch of shit on here, man. Some cool shit. 9 a.m. on 420. This is like a whole story.
Yeah.
One thing about me, man, I'm not going to try to make everything one. Most of the songs on here, I try to make its own version, its own story, its own vibe, everything. So if you wanted to see how my music sound, if I'm good, if I'm trash, you can go on SoundCloud and find it. And if you want to let me know what you think, I'd appreciate it. Good, bad, or indifferent. It don't matter to me. Got some shit like this. Original Sleep. You gotta love it. So now, man, I really wish I could know. Devo, man, how's it looking? Is the chat lagging? I don't know. Right here, I'm showing one bar on my Wi-Fi, so I don't know how serious we're looking, or if we're lagging, or if we're clear and crisp. I don't know. Hopefully, we're crisp and clear. I'm gonna keep it rolling. But one thing I do want to say real quick, I'll just go ahead and get it out the way. I don't have too much to say on this podcast. I do want to go, kind of just got off work not too long ago. I want to go out, chill, watch the game. Hope everybody has a great day, having a great week, a great month, and most importantly, a great life. How you living, baby? You know how we do it on the show. But let me see if I can show this. So last week, I called into Pat McAfee's show, of course. Big promoter, big fan, but most importantly, big promoter. You already know how we do it out here. Shout out to Pat and the boys, paving the fucking way. And I called in, and as you guys know, if anybody's called into Pat's show, how it works is you call in, you get picked up on a call from, nowadays is Mitt. Shout out Money Man Mitt. And he kind of puts you on hold if he thinks it's worth it. And I don't know if he writes my name down or if he tells Pat in his ear what my name is, but either way, everything's good on my end. Okay, perfect, bro. That's all I had to know. And what had happened was with Pat, I called in. I don't know if he heard Waldo, read Waldo. He called me Waldo at first. Then we kind of cleared that up, got it as Wydoe. And I still don't think he heard Wydoe. He just kind of heard what? Doe. And so I might be considering changing my fucking name to You know what? Oh, and I'll show you why, because this is Pat McAfee on the show.
Wide.
Wide.
I think so. That's what he said.
WHUDO.
Wide.
Wide.
Oh.
Now I would spell it WHAAAD. Oh, what? Oh, so I might, that's something I'm considering. So shout out to Pat.
They're here.
Thank you, Wydoe.
Thank you, Wide.
I'm gonna remember that for life. I got that for life. So shout out to Pat. Shout out to Wydoe. We here, baby. So as you guys know, I got big Boston shit, taking it. Fuck it. I got Boston. So let me show this real quick. I'm gonna bring back up this. I hope you guys can hear this too well. I don't know how it'll sound, but fuck it, we're on a podcast. I'm gonna play it anyway.
Yeah. Wydoe.
This is a freestyle.
It's the realest shit I ever wrote.
It's the realest shit I ever wrote.
Gunshots make 'em act the fool. Waking up late, thinking on this afternoon. These new trends, just a new phase. Is anybody gonna bring us to a new day? And I got hope, but not a lot of time. I'm running out of reasons just to be like, yeah, I'm fine. Cause honestly, I'm fucking not. The social media here really got me fucking hot. That blue check make them feel reckless. Verified people sending out the wrong message. And saying that my shit perfect, but I'd rather say nothing and just get to working. And get off Twitter if you really hurting. Cause some tweets mean nothing to the people lurking. Damn. It's Wydoe will be meeting soon. I'm making big deals, leaving out of meeting rooms. And no time for the lazy bitches. It's crazy how I get attracted to the crazy bitches. Hey, I have a question, am I in depression? Independent thinking really got me second guessing. Like what to do and who to bring along. Who really with the shit and who just trying to sing along. Hey, see I was raised to be real and mannered by the same woman fighting just to beat the cancer. Yeah. That's the realest shit I ever wrote. The hardest thing I had to hear is I've been diagnosed. Hey, and I only cry when I'm on my own. Real emotions that I feel getting hardly shown. But if I say it, then you know it's real. All I know is how to tell it, and I know you feel. Feeling what I'm saying that I know the deal. I'm praying every night the chemo help my mama heal, yeah. And shot the squad, man, we balled out. Every day we went to work and never called out. Hey, but by the night we were super live. Next day saying, Coach, there's no suicides. Hey, come on. And now we sliding to the club, rolling weed, smoking out the Wydoe. And I'm really with it, yeah, the whole team. If they ain't on that Wydoe, tell them that they so sleep. And that's how we get it live. Shout out everybody staying on their grind. Hey, just you can tell that I'm on mine. Welcome home, 8:35.
That's an iconic sound, man. And so that's a quick song, man. A quick that right there is called the Afternoon Freestyle, and I just like to play that. That was one of the days where I went into the studio. Shout out to Emilio. I'm gonna have Emilio on the show, Big Boss LCP, and I went in there just kind of wanting to get some things off of my chest. I called it Afternoon. The beat's called Afternoon, and I can definitely do a whole breakdown on how I worded that, how everything came about. I don't know if you guys would even care about that, but a couple things that you heard in that track, gunshots make them act a fool, waking up late thinking on his afternoon. These new trends are just a new phase. Come on, man. So I'm just breaking down, and I wrote that probably 2016, 2017-ish. Is anybody going to bring us to a new day? I got hope, but not a lot of time. I'm running out of reasons just to be like, yeah, I'm fine. Because honestly, I'm fucking not. The social media here really got me fucking hot. Okay? And it's just, I don't want to get too crazy on it because you guys can listen to the fucking song if you liked it. But I broke down a lot of real things in that song. And if you do hear, you will hear me say the realest shit I ever wrote. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead. I'll pull it. Nah, so in that song I say, see, I was raised to be real and mannered by the same woman fighting just to beat the cancer. And that's the realest shit I ever wrote. The hardest thing I had to hear is I've been diagnosed. And I only cry when I'm on my own. Real emotions that I feel getting hardly shown. But if I say it, then you know it's real. All I know is how to, and I know you feel. Feeling what I'm saying that I know the deal. I'm praying every night that chemo help my mama heal, yeah. So I would just like to say that was, 2016, about 6 years ago. My mom was diagnosed with stage 4 rectal cancer in 2015. Uh, I had a feeling if something was going wrong, so I came home from college after 2 years. She gave me the news of that, and it just kind of changed everything. I didn't go back to school. Everything made sense to me, even though it didn't before, of why I needed to come home. She battled that very hard, and after a 5-year battle, she went into remission. Now, once you have stage 4 cancer, it basically just means it spreads through your body. Once it spreads and you have stage 4, you pretty much have it for life because it can always come back. After 5 years, and when she first got into remission, I'm just kind of someone. I'm not a fucking doctor. I'm just a son of someone who's really been through it, a warrior. So after the 5-year period, she pretty much had an option, which was no more visits for a year. We'll see you in a year. You're in remission. It's dead. We'll see you in a year. Or you can take pills to keep it dormant, which makes it basically just asleep. So chemo pills to keep it dormant. She chose the pills because her doctor, which is a great doctor, a very firm doctor, and that's what you want in these situations, in my opinion. She said basically a lot of times when people take a year off, when they come back, it's back, and it's back worse. So we didn't want to go that route. She chose the pills. She kept it dormant. And I'd say we were good for about, a year and a half, 2 years. And then she found a bump on her neck area. And when she went to go, get it tested and get it checked up, cancer was back. It spread again. So we went through it all over again. And that's chemotherapy, that's radiation. Now in the first go at it, you pretty much are just trying multiple different chemo drugs. It's crazy the shit you learn about. I don't know anything about it, but I know a little. There's multiple different drugs, multiple different kinds, and you kind of almost have to test it out. And one of the strands that she got, she went into anaphylactic shock, could have died if she wasn't in that hospital with doctors all around ready to go fucking grab that needle, save her life. Now, she gets sick again. Okay. And so this is about, I'd say maybe 2.5 years we've been going through it for the second time. And how it works, basically, the chemo is just going to try to shrinking the tumor, the whatever the mass is. That way it can then be a size where it's operable. So again, we fought through it. She fought through it, shrunk it down. And now let me just kind of break this down. A few times I got to go with my mom to go get cancer treatment. And it blew my mind because it wasn't anything what I thought it was. We were in a nice building on like the 5th floor overseeing, the river, a nice view. And there's, 15 to 20 something people in there, all hooked up to an IV, getting cancer treatments for different things, breast cancer, lung treatment, bone, liver. And it's just wild to see all these people, because when you hear cancer, it's like such a crazy phenomenon, especially when it hits your family or someone you know. But then you go in that doctor's office and you see how many people are dealing with it right now. And it was kind of eye-opening to me, because obviously my mom is my world, but everyone in there was somebody, someone's mom, someone's dad, someone's aunt, someone, And I saw real quick how my mom was so strong and what made her her. My mom has always been somebody, and really she has rectal cancer. Okay, so that really didn't make any sense to us. She's a good eater. She's always the healthy one. Anyway, my mom has always been somebody that sees the small things in life. She didn't have a really great upbringing, so I think she appreciates all the small things in life, and I try to get that as much as I can. And one of her biggest phrases and biggest things she says is, the best things in life are free. So when we're in that room and you get hooked up for an hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours at times, depending on how much you need and, what session it is, and you can see the different emotions, you can see the different mindsets, you can see the different everything in each different patient. You see the ones that are, let's do it. whatever you got, surgery, whatever you got. I have 4 kids. I can't die. I have no choice but to get through this. You have the ones that are kind of sad. Why me? Aching in pain. Everything's, bad. And you can't, it is what it is. You see the other ones that are just kind of pushing through, not accepting it. It's just, you see so many different emotions, so many different people going through it in so many different ways. And I've read a lot, obviously when you have somebody gets cancer, you do a lot of research. When you research stage 4 rectal cancer, it's not something you want to, the results aren't great. But I also read a lot that it's usually not the cancer that kills the people. What happens is the chemo breaks you down. It breaks your body down so much that your immune system is so weak that just a normal sickness can, end it. So a lot of people, if they don't have that mental mindset to push through it, it's such a fucking hard battle. Couldn't imagine. I can't imagine it, right? I've never been in them shoes. So she's been through, 20 rounds of radiation, countless rounds of chemotherapy. I've seen her break down. I've seen her go, bone thin. I've seen her lose her hair, come back. It's just unbelievable to see it. But never did I think we were out of the fight. Never did I think she was quitting. Never was I going to quit on her. Okay. And now my dad, love him to death. He's a alcohol guy. He likes to drink. And when that catches up with you, you kind of get sad. You get a sorrow. And that never crossed my fucking mind. You can't bring me down there to be sad with the influence of alcohol. No. Because to me, as soon as I would have gotten sad, doubted, I would have already lost the fight. I was never out of the fight. We're never out of the fight, in my opinion. And if my mom has that mindset, how the fuck can I not have that mindset? And so it just really opened my mind to what the mind will do and how, we take things for granted. So what I'm saying is my mom in that seat, I described by the other people's, how they were going through it. My mom was sitting there, couldn't believe the view. Look at this river. Look at this. Can you believe they got us up here? So that she was looking for anything to be happy, any positive, because the negatives are right there. And I'm not even reading the chat. I'm going to read them, but I know my brother Devo can speak. He can find the negatives if he want. Probably more negatives than positives, but it's some strong people that find a way to find the positives, to find them, to see them, because it's so easy to look past them and focus on the negatives. And then what are we going to do? Being sad doesn't help me. I figured that as a kid too. I used to hate getting shots, hating, oh my God. Then I'm like, you know what? If I die, I die. What am I crying about? It's going to happen. I'm just thinking about going to Outback next or going to Walmart. So being able to get past whatever's at that obstacle is fucking heroic. I know my brother Devo knows all about that. And so I'd like to just say on a happy note that yesterday, my mom went in for her, matter of fact, a couple of days ago, she went in for her CAT scan and her bone scan, and you get the results later on. And yesterday, she got the news that she is now cancer-free once again, in remission. Her doctor looked and couldn't find any signs of cancer, couldn't find anything. So this is, obviously I'm not going to get too, up, but it's definitely a great moment. We celebrated. We're very excited. But in my head, I don't like to get too high or too low ever. So that's why I'm not jumping out of my seat here. I just kind of went through a fucking whirlwind right there. But the happy news is she is in remission once more. Devo, man, I'm sorry to hear that about your mom, man. But that's why I kept referencing you, bro. You're the definition of strength, perseverance. And it just kind of puts things into perspective. I stopped caring about, I still care about sports and everything, but how much do I care? I had to kind of figure out what levels of care certain things are, what levels certain things impact me, what levels, and that's just what everything in life, man. I don't care about no Instagram. That's why it's going to be pretty hard for me to blow this up and become a thing, because I just don't care enough to promote or reach out or do all the things. I'm just worried about creating real things, stuff to relate to. I have a whole podcast talking about, the horrible situation that happened in Texas with all the angels gone and the teachers. That's going to be a whole different podcast called Change the World, and be on the lookout for that, because I went crazy on that one. And, part of me is I don't want to go too deep on things and scare people away. But after talking to one of my guys, he's like, you know what, why you're looking at it wrong. You're not going to scare him away. You might bring him in. And I think he was dead right on that. I got guys in here right now, Brad, Devo, I got guys that are smart people. And, so I don't want to hold myself back on talking about deep things, real things, thinking it's going to scare people away, when in fact it probably could draw them in. I don't know if you guys saw, it was a crazy the Tank Davis fight last weekend. Good Lord. Left hand, nighty night. Could you believe that? And I really wanted my boy Flea to come in here. I want to get his picks on and what he thinks about this Boston game. Because last time I saw him, that man was third row in the Garden, live from fucking Boston. Blew my mind. Couldn't believe that. Got some pretty big announcements coming up, man. Some potential sponsors coming a part of this show. Some big guests coming on. Got some that I won't even say any guests. Just know we got some big guests coming on. And this week, got one booked for next month, coming in July. Wrote a bunch of shit on this paper. Look at this. This is from last week. Yo, let me just say this. For all my music guys, okay, I like hip-hop. Hello. But I'm a very diverse ear when it comes to music. I like oldies. I like the 70s. I like the 80s. I like, some R&B, some country, depending on what it is. Country, I don't get too sad on me. There's some sad-ass country. I don't want my dog dead. I want, tighten up here. But the Silk Sonic album, Bruno Mars, Anderson .Paak. Let me tell you guys, that's the fucking one of the smoothest things I've ever heard in a long time, top to bottom. My job's a physical labor job, so I just kind of put music on and just kind of go in autopilot. And I've listened to that album front to back multiple times. It is a fucking classic. Them boys brought the 60s and 70s out like no one else. Just had to throw that out there. J. Cole, when he comes to town, is it an American thing, Devo? Are they coming to America? I know it's an overseas team, but if they have American games, that's going to be big time. Shout out to J. Cole. Definitely shout out to J. Cole for doing his thing. Saw the image. Man. And how about hockey, man? Hockey's going crazy. Hockey's about to be in the finals. Pat had the goddamn trophy in office. But tonight we got Dub Nation versus Big Boston shit. I mean, come on. Jason Tatum. Okay. Big game needed. Jaylen Brown. Got to have a big defensive game. We'll see. Death metal, man, Brad. That's like what's crazy about death metal and like the screaming shit. Okay. I know a few of my dogs, few of my friends, especially when I used to skateboard, that do that, got into that and would do it. And it was so crazy to me how even watching like Slipknot interviews and seeing all these guys just talk normal, right? You just see them talk normal, have a real conversation. Most of them kind of just chill. And then all of a sudden they get on there and it's like, damn, the monster within has now come out. So, hey, I respect it. I tried it a few times, lose my voice every time. So there's no shot for me. No shot. Wish I could play guitar. Nope. No shot at all. But if I were to show and play my playlist, I might shock some people. It goes from fucking Hank Williams Jr. to Lil Wayne to James Taylor, the Bee Gees. Hey, shit gets deep out here in these streets. I will say that. Not going to go too much longer. I can't. So they got the Warriors at a -3.5 favorite tonight. I believe the game's in Golden State, which is obvious. But I'm riding with Boston. I think it's their time. I think they got more to win. I just think, Waylon Jennings, absolutely, rest in peace. I just think that, I'm telling you guys, I saw Al Horford in that whole Heat series make a fucking difference. And I don't see anybody on Golden State that has an answer for that either. They're not the same Warriors of a few years ago. They're not that fucking dominant force. I know Luka only got one win, but this ain't only Luka. This Boston team is something serious. And man, if we could just talk about my fucking Heat. I'm not mad at Jimmy Butler. I talked all that cool shit. I went on JB's podcast. I'm going to get Coach JB on the show. He said he's coming on, so that's going to be a big one. But I went on JB's show, bigging up Eric Spoelstra. What the fuck? In my head, this is just me. I was a good basketball player, never been a basketball coach, so I'm out my league. But why in the fuck aren't we trying every lineup and every player available while we can, while we're at home, game 7? Hero, you're hurt. I don't even want to talk about it. A little soft to me, dog. If you're able to go out there and play a little bit, give me something, bro. You give me a spot up 3, man. Give me something. Because as a basketball player, as athletes, you guys will know once you're going to be hurt and you can play through the injury, but you got to get going. It sucks at first. Once you get in that fire, your adrenaline takes over. You kind of don't feel it. It is what it is. You're still limited, but you're able to go. I've done it plenty of times. But after the game, okay, it's probably ain't worth it. So when it's a game 7, there's no tomorrow. Come on, Tyler. Give me something, dog. So he's still great. He doesn't have to go play through that shit. It is what it is. But come on now. Jason Tatum playing if he was hurt, in my opinion. Anyway, why in the fuck didn't we throw every lineup possible out there? Why didn't we get Duncan Robinson more threes? Why didn't we throw more lineups out there? Why? That's just me. We kept Struss out there a lot. Strus, he hit a couple. Victor Oladipo couldn't hit nothing. That's my guy, but shit. But what do I know? That's just my opinion. I'm not too mad at Jimmy Butler. The man played every fucking second. Literally. Nothing on you, my dog. You would have hit the shot if you had a break. But god damn, can you imagine if we would have had a couple subs, Duncan Robinson, Vincent, somebody to come in and hit 2 or 3 threes? Change the whole dynamic of the game. But no, we just, whatever. It is what it is. On to the next. But like I said, if the Miami Heat would have won, I think they have no chance going up against them Warriors. As unhealthy as they are, there's just no way. So the Boston Celtics have a real chance. I'd much rather see a great series. When people ask me who you think is going to win, I could care less. I just want to see a good game, good series. And I think we're going to get one in Boston. Just unplug myself. And we're back on the Wattle podcast. Watch Steph Curry over the years. Brad. Let's talk about Steph Curry. Loved him at Davidson. Loved him when he came out. I'm a shooter. I've always been a shooter. I'm a small guy. Okay, I'm still pretty small, but especially early on, I was just shooting. After college, when I ripped my ankle off and I learned how to walk again, I became a LeBron. D. Blair came on here, told you I was dunking out the gym, so it was a different ball game. But in terms of shooting, Steph Curry has changed the whole league, the whole dynamic of basketball. And it's a gift and a curse. Sadly, because here you go. Not everybody can be Steph fucking Curry. And no one's even close. So when I go out to parks, I see AAU basketball, I see high school basketball. But when I just see the youth and I just see the shot selections, the shots that they think are okay, it's just like, damn, it's sad to see, man. Because when I was coming up, I wouldn't even, attempt these shots. Even though you could, you wouldn't do that. It was an ill-advised shot. And not even just because you were scared of your coach, but that's just how the game wasn't played. That's not what good players did. I believe even if you make that shit, it's a terrible shot, bro. Get on the fucking bench. That's just me. But once you get to a higher level, right, when I get into college and I see all these great players, now I'm the best player in my school. Everybody's the best player of their school, so everyone's good. Now I realize, okay, even though I don't agree with how you play your game, as long as you fucking make it, I'm good. I would tell that we had a few players that, wanted the ball. Give me the ball. I want to score. And they take ill-advised shots like, fuck it. Coach, let it happen. It is what it is. And I would tell them, it's only a bad shot if you miss. I don't care if there's 4 motherfuckers on you and you take that shot if you make it. But when you miss, we got a problem, dog. What the fuck you doing? It's a terrible shot, brother. Get the So same thing here, man. Too many kids are seeing Steph Curry, seeing the range he shoots from, and are just thinking that that's the good option. Couple dribble moves. Oh shit, he's not moving. I got to back up and let me just shoot the bitch up in the air. And sometimes they will hit it. And that's when I'm most mad, when they fucking hit the shot. I'm like, oh God. And it's just a lucky ass three, you know, no follow, just fucking do one of these. And they're hitting it at LA Fitness thinking they're somebody's. I'm like, you know, my God, if I was playing, you wouldn't have even got this goddamn shit. But it's just, sadly, that's what the game has turned into. I'd rather see a bunch of people trying to jump out the gym. That's what I was trying to do when I was coming up. I didn't care about nothing, but I want to dunk. I want to fucking dunk. I want to slam the ball. If I have a fast break, that was my mindset. So I don't blame the youth, you know, because they're growing up with Steph Curry. They're growing up with Damian Lillard. They're growing up with these people doing crazy shit, man. So how can you blame them? I don't. But it's just sad to see, man. You're not Steph Curry. Nah. And when you start getting around a lot of NBA players, college players, great players, you'll notice they're 50 times as good as what you see on TV in the games. In terms of shooting around, in terms of practice, warming up, they don't miss. Period. You know? So, but then big lights come on, they might miss a few, but they're still a professional at what they do, a professional at their craft. You know, so it took Steph Curry a lot to be able to shoot those shots that he does, turn around and look at the fucking people on the sideline. How many times you seeing that these days? And it's just like, God damn, disrespecting the game, son. You know how many suicides I put into this shit? You know how many? Fuck it, though. If it goes in, do your thing. That's my message to anybody. So, I still got Big Boston coming in. Trying to re-roll. I got those fucking these crazy ass notes. Okay, let me just say this. We got some people in here. We got some basketball talk going on. Am I crazy for this? I would love to take away under the basket charges. Just stop it. Okay? Just get it the fuck out of here. I don't want to see anybody get hurt because I'm going up for a layup or a dunk and you want to stand under me and take a stupid ass charge and now we fall down. Kill the injuries. I don't want no sorry ass defender, instead of jumping up and getting a nice block, a contest, maybe a poster on your sorry ass, because at the end of the day, this is entertainment. We're here to watch entertainment. It's not entertaining to see somebody and get touched and fall the fuck down. And come on, man. That's charges outside the basket. You can't just be running over people. We still need charges, but under the basket charges, we got to eliminate it. And you don't eliminate it by creating rules. You eliminate it by telling the players, yo, stop doing it. Defensive wise, stop. Go jump up and block that motherfucker. We'll ease up off the contact in the air, but please stop doing a charge. We got to stop the clock. We got to give a foul. We got to shoot lazy ass free throws. If it's Giannis, it's 3 minutes of free throw. Stop with the charges. We want to see posters. We want to see more. What's Ja Morant doing? Why is Ja Morant exploding? Not only is he dunking on people, but he's going for it. He's trying. The whole half the year, he missed all the highlights. End of the year, he was putting them on our ass. So the fact is that he was trying. In my opinion, if you take the defenders and stop them from doing all this charge bullshit, Marcus Smart, doing all this Victor Oladipo, you're one of them dudes that can really jump up with him. He was every time going for the charge, and I get it. We get the ball. We get, you know, I get it. But this is entertainment at the highest level. That's the one thing we need taken out. Okay? I want posters. I want watch overseas basketball. Because overseas, them motherfuckers don't have a 3 count. They don't have a 3-second count in the paint. They stand under that goddamn rim and contest everything. And people jump up with them and poster them or get their ass blocked. That's what we want. We want to see that. You know? So if this, I don't know if you guys agree with me on that, but I hate defensive charges underneath the goddamn basket. Get it out. Get it out of the league. I guess my dog Flea's busy, man. I'm just going to go ahead and play one time. This is Big Boston Shit reporting live. TD Garden. How we feeling?
Fuck. Let me back in one more time. That's my bad. Can I flip the camera? Let me flip the camera. I gotta show y'all my vibe. It's outstanding. Fuck it. I'm gonna be in it.
Look at this guy right now. What? What?
I just cannot believe that motherfucker called us in from TD Garden in Boston. He's a big Boston fan. He's probably locked in. We're 30 minutes away from tip off at 9:00 p.m. Eastern time. We'll probably wrap the show up here in a little bit, man. I thank my brothers for coming in to chat, rocking with me. Brad, Devo. Think about this, guys. One day soon, okay, if shit blows up, you guys are day one. I'm fucking flying you motherfuckers out. These are day one guys. Been supporting since. This is how I feel, man. But I appreciate anything, man. And you guys know I kind of think about this shit in the future. These videos can be watched back, so people will find out as they find out. And we're just going to go ahead and keep it moving, keep it going. We're going to get Big Devo on here for his own interview because he's got a wild story you guys don't even know about. I broke down a little bit about perseverance and how to, push through and positive mindset. Shout out to Mom Dukes. We call my mom Supermom. Recap, as you guys know, she is cancer-free as of today. Once again, I got a little clap thing. Can you guys hear this? Can y'all hear this clap? I don't think you can because it's only in my fucking headphones and not coming out of that. If you can hear that clap, awesome. If you can't, then I still don't know how to fucking work the goddamn thing because I got the cool little, okay. Who knows? But besides that, man, it's a great Thursday. I hope everybody's having a great night, a great week, a great month. See, no, of course, Brad, you can't hear because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I do know what I'm doing. I just don't have time to put it on the Bluetooth, but screw it. I'll figure that shit out. And you know what's wild? I bought this camera. Okay. I'm supposed to be able to make the camera a little bit clearer and more nice, but I can't because the software isn't available on this computer because the Mac is too advanced. The 11.1 doesn't run, but last year's 10. So I'm fighting with this shit daily. But at the end of the day, I don't need the camera to be that crisp. I'm ugly. I can tell you that. But at least we got some colors going. Okay. Slap dick whiskey. Always in reach. Always in reach. We got the Graham Hancock book right there. You guys already know, man. Magician of the Gods. That's me. I'll probably wrap this show up here. I appreciate anybody tuning in. I appreciate anybody that watches once we get moving. Today is Thursday. Tomorrow we're going to go live again. We got some special guests coming on. And we got some big ones. I really want to tell you guys who my mentor is. My mentor is definitely going to come on this show. It's going to be a live show. It won't be like this with the Zoom. Okay, I got Chance setting up the whole fucking studio for us. I think 4 or 5 cameras doing it real deal. Sit down because he deserves that. This is one of one type of guy. I got his son coming on in July. So we got some big moves coming. Like I said, some sponsors been interested in the show. Why? Who knows? But hey, I'm going to put their shit out and they're going to back the show. Hey, I'm all in, baby. So moving forward, I hope everybody's living good. How you living? That's the question we like to ask. And you know what? The last turn, let me just go ahead and say this. We're at 43 minutes. I might as well just put this out. It's on my head. I made this announcement not too long ago on Instagram. I might as well make it on YouTube for the world to hear. I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there. Real simple. Might be breaking news to some. But I'm filthy rich. Okay? I'm fucking loaded. Swimming in money. I'm fucking... Okay? I'm rich, son. Yeah. Just want to put that out there. And at the same time, okay, I'm putting this out there to you because at the same time, I'm broke as fuck. Okay? No. I'm broke. I'm broke. How's that happening? Let me tell you. It's all about who I compare myself to. If I'm looking up, comparing myself to Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, these fucking trillionaires up there, I am dead broke. Got zero, nothing. If I compare myself to the homeless guy in San Francisco, if I compare myself to somebody in a third world country, I'm filthy rich, swimming in money, right? At the same time, let's just say I make $100,000 this year. I don't, but let's just say I did. compared to the homeless guy, compared to the guy in the third world country, I am fucking loaded, filthy rich. Can buy anything I ever wanted. I can buy fucking clothes for years. I can buy fruit and food for lifetime on their scale, right? I'm filthy rich. If I compare myself to Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates with that $100,000, I have nothing. I got nothing. They got billions of dollars. And here's the crazy thing. You ready for this? Let's just say the homeless guy has $0 to my 100 grand. And I used to know the numbers off the top of my head. I don't care to look it up. Bezos and them are at millions. If you go from 0, the homeless guy, and to me, okay, it's this much of a gap. My 100 grand to his 0, I'm right here. If you want to find out where I am, 100 grand, and you're looking for Jeff Bezos and them, we're looking at the moon, okay? On that same scale, 0, 100,000. If you're looking for the billionaires, they're at the fucking moon up there, okay? In that same scale. So they are way, way farther away from me than I am from the dude with 0. And to me, and that's a fact. And when you know that fact, everything is perspective. Everything is scale. So if I increase my money, if I get a bunch of money, right, and I increase my living, I increase my cars, my houses, who I'm paying for, who I'm this and that. Did I really increase my money? No, I put it all away. I put it all into things. And you better hope they're giving you money back. And I'm not no fucking financial guy at all. I'm against it, but that's just reality. So if I get a bunch of money and I downscale or I stay the same, now I do have a lot of money. So that's how I look at life. I look at everything in 3 phases, in 3 directions, and that's up, down, right in the middle. That's above, below, and equal. Higher, less, equal, right? Same scale for everything in life. And it fucking works for me. Whether it's cars, jobs, sports, relationships, money, clothes, cars. I have a Dodge Challenger, RT, love it. It's got a V8. I love my shit. But if I look up at the Hellcats, at the Demon, the Scats, they're blowing me out the water. The Benzes, there's plenty of cars that are way faster than mine, cost more money, do more things, way better than mine. They're up. They're that direction. Now, there's also plenty of people on the same scale as me, drive the same car, similar car, doing what they do, love their car, and they're equal. And there's also people that are driving go-karts, scooters, no car, bikes, buses. Nothing wrong with it. That's just the fact of it. So technically in a car race, I'm beating them, right? I'm above them. But there's always someone above you. And there's always someone below you. And there's always people aligned doing the same thing in the same situation as you. And that is beautiful to me. It's beautiful to me. If my girl, okay, there's definitely going to be somebody with bigger boobs, a better ass, prettier face, a cuter laugh. I guess they're up. There's also going to be somebody that has less of all of those things. And they're right in the middle. Now, especially with relationships, my girl, for girls, you're a dude, whatever. That's even more important because then you got to really realize they're only as good, only as pretty, only as great as someone thinks they are. And I realized that real quick. I'm only as cool, funny, as good of a podcaster, as good of a rapper, as good of anything as someone thinks I am. Because no one's going to take away my basketball ability. There's a scoreboard. You're going to see. You're going to check the stats. I've earned this shit. But in terms of liking me, wanting to watch my show, wanting to be my girl, wanting to be my friend and watch the show for 49 minutes for no reason in my live chat, that means you rock with me. And to me, that's way more important than anything else just because they look better or they have more money or they're richer than Brad and Devo. They don't mean nothing to me because they got more money. Brad and Devo are choosing to be in here with me. So you got to realize what you are evaluating, what is important to you. You are only as pretty. And I try to voice because guys, it is what it is. Figure shit out, dog. I figured it out. I'm trying to. But I preach this to a lot of my girls that I know, especially girls that are we cool. Either you're off limits to me or I'm off limits to you, whatever. We just cool. And I feel bad that they date lames and they get caught in this fucking whirlwind of a circle. And it's like, yo, you got to realize you only as pretty, you only as fine, you only as cool as someone else thinks you are. So when you find somebody that thinks you're the world, thinks you're the finest thing to walk this earth, you better stick with them. And I found one of those people. And, she didn't appreciate that or didn't even realize what it meant to me. And it is what it is. But it's hard to find that, dog. It's hard to get that. And I know I haven't. Maybe I have, but I just didn't know it. But when I find somebody that feels the same way that I did towards her, towards me, I probably won't let that go. Because like I said, if I blow up tomorrow, get signed, millionaire, I'm not impressed by anybody reaching out to me. Because then in my head, you're only reaching out because of that. So you're only as cool. You only look as good as someone else thinks you are. Because what if someone was blind? There's plenty of blind people out in this world. Probably great people too. I'd love to meet more of them. They're interesting in my opinion. You've never seen, especially ones I've never seen. A lot of that their eyesight gets worse and worse. But if you've never seen, just imagine this. How would you ever know how pretty someone is? You've never even had a basis to go off of. And I guarantee you, those people are some of the beautifulest people of all time. Stevie Wonder's, so many blind community out there. And it's just like, man, I think like that. If I was blind, would I still love you? Whoever girl I'm making or girl I'm with. If I couldn't hear, would I still be with you? Because why am I with you? I don't want to be with you because of what I see. That can be taken away. I don't want to be here with you because of what I receive from you. That can stop. I don't want to be with you because of how you sound. No, but I want to be with you because I'm accepting it all. I mean, I accept the fact that you snore in your sleep. You know, you fine as hell, baby girl, but you snore when you get to that third level of sleep, and I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Those are the things that I hone in on. The exceptions we make for the people that we love. And those are what a lot of the girls don't see. They look past that. They see someone giving them something. Or, I won't speak for all the girls, but there's some girls that definitely do know what the fuck to look for and are not impressed. And that's what I did. I became unimpressed. It's hard to impress me. I used to be fucking lover boy, impressed, all in. And it always hurt me. Nice guys always finish off where they started. Shout out to Drake. I switched the flip. I met my brothers Fleet Weeds from Jersey, savages, and it just changed my life. Like, wait, what? Oh, okay. It makes sense. Because every girl that I ever met thought that they were the finest shit in the world. What am I telling them for? Every girl out there thought she was the nicest, coolest, poppinest, baddest bitch out there. The fuck am I doing gassing her up? She already knows that. So I started going past the girls, right? If I'm out there, four of my friends are spitting game to her, talking to her, looking at her, whatever, I won't even pay her no mind. I might even just get out the way to let her walk by. On to the next. She'll remember that. Why didn't he say something? I've seen it happen. It blew my fucking mind, son, because I was wrong. I didn't know I was wrong this whole goddamn time. But I was. Why didn't he say something to me? Am I not? Is he? I was like, oh, okay. I figured this motherfucker out. And then, once you get close to a lot of girls, you realize a lot of them are not even that confident in themselves. And it's like, God damn. The image they put out is, So be careful on what image you put out. So that's why I don't care to put nothing out. In terms of making my image, I haven't posted a picture on Instagram in probably 2 years. That's my bad. I'm tripping. But I just don't care to put the image out. I'm living the life, dog. I'm living in it. So I'm just kind of ranting and raving, going all over the place. But who knows, man? That's just kind of my way to look at everything. 3 levels, up, down, right in the middle. It can't be that bad if you look at things like that. Because if you get caught on comparing yourself to whatever it is, you are losing. You are behind. You are a bum. You are So you got to open up that other side to, oh, I'm also winning compared to them. I'm also way the fuck ahead. You know, it depends on how deep you want to go. I got a house, I got a car, I can speak, I can read. We take a lot of this shit for granted. Depends on how deep you want to go, man. Because this is real life. This ain't the video game where you just add your stats up and this is real life, guys. Gotta remind yourself of that shit sometimes. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop it off, man. End the show. I appreciate all my brothers stopping in on the show. I appreciate anybody that's tuning in, is going to watch moving forward. We got game 1 of the NBA Finals tonight. Big Boston shit. You know, as heard from Almighty Flea himself, big Boston shit. Golden State Warriors, Steph Curry, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Draymond Green. It's going to be a good game, but guess what? They're going to play tonight, so who cares what I think? They're playing tonight. I got Boston winning the whole series. We'll see how it goes. Brad, Devo, I appreciate you guys stopping through, man. And until next time, always got the Oilers. And that hockey is going crazy right now, my brother. It's going crazy. I'm a big Tampa guy. I like Tampa Bay Lightning since from a young boy, a young lad, before they were a real powerhouse, because they're going for 3-peat. Wow. I think the last 3-peat, was what, the Lakers. Hey, shout out to them. They lost game 1. We're coming back. Go Lightning. Big Boston shit tonight. It's going to be a great game. We will be we will be back live tomorrow on the official Wattle podcast for episode 12. And be on the lookout for Change the World. That's going to be just a random drop I put out, and that's just me going on ranting and raving. But episode 12 of the Wattle podcast will be tomorrow. I hope everybody has a great night, a great month, and a great life. And until next time, it is your boy Wattle. What time? Probably I haven't really been putting times on, Brad, just because just like today, I put the time what I think is going to be on. I come home, shit's going crazy. And I ended up being too late. So I'll probably end up shooting for 7:30-ish. I'll try to go for that time every time, 7 o'clock, fair number 7. Why not? So look for 7 o'clock, maybe 6:30 tomorrow. I will put a time up on Instagram, and I'll get better at promoting this shit. And until next time, it is your boy Wydoe on the Wattle podcast. Like, subscribe if you want. If you liked it, if you hated it, let me know why. To my brothers, man, have a great night. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. It is your boy Wydoe.